Out by Turkoglu, and then he pokes it. The tee with it, back to Turkoglu. Fall away jumper, that's good. Second shot.
Well, you had a turnover, and then you had a second chance opportunity on an offensive rebound. Bulls just couldn't capture that ball right there.
Outside, Derrick Rose, and he blew by everybody, and then Howard goaltended it away. He got right by Turkoglu. He didn't even have to put that.
Here it is right here. Now watch this turnover right here. Lou hits, and then you see Kirk kind of lose his footing right there and bounce right off his butt. And then here it is again, just an offensive rebound.
Now here's Howard inside the jump hook. Nope, that was too quick a shot for Howard.
Sometimes you wonder if they ever heard of a 3 seconds. He never got out of the lane.
Gordon firing and scoring. And Gordon, the Bulls still whittling away.
Well, Orlando lets you back in the game, but again, you got to play defense. You got to execute on the offensive end.
Now Turkoglu, as Howard sets up on the left block. Starts to back in. Turns, gunned out. And a whistle and 3 seconds called. Yep. You wondered if they'd ever heard of 3 seconds? They have heard of 3 seconds.
Thank goodness, because they're camping out in that lane right there. And there's a nice screen right there by Drew Gooden as Ben Gordon raises up for a 15-footer off the screen roll. Bulls get a possession here and knock down a 2 or a 3. Start tightening it up a little bit.
Gordon to his left, and he fires for 3 and buries that. A three-pointer by Ben Gordon.
They cut it down to 6 now. Just continue to play defense.
And Stan Van Gundy's going to get a 20-second timeout. A 20-second timeout taken by Van Gundy with 3:02 left to play in the quarter, and that 17-point lead has been sliced to 6, and the Bulls have done it in a hurry.
Well, this Orlando Magic team was in the road and went to Memphis and had the same situation happen to them, where they're up 15 points, and Memphis was able to come back and beat them at the end of the game by Rudy Gay hitting an outside jump shot.
Here's a look at last season. Magic were 4-0 against the Bulls and averaged 108 points. They gave up 91, but the difference still 17. That's a big margin.
Well, you remember coming in here in April, they lost 108 to 91, and that was a big loss right there towards the end of the season. But this Magic team last year was clicking on all cylinders at the end of the year. They were one of the hottest teams going into the final month of the season.
Yeah, they started the season well and ended it well. Howard, the power move, and inside score. Just not much you can do about that.
Well, I mean, he's a dominant force. I mean, you go back to last year in that playoff with Toronto, he had 3 20-20 games in that first-round series in Toronto. First player to do that since Wilt Chamberlain in 1972.
Gordon flips it out to Heinrich, now to Gooden. Baseline, Rose, and he tomahawks it down with 2
That's
hands.
your point guard right there.
Yep.
Going in there strong and finishing amongst the trees. That's your point guard.
Derrick climbed the ladder that time and banged it down with 2 hands. Here's Howard. That's knocked away, and Rose on the run with that speed, knocked away from behind. And Lewis able to clear it. An opportunity lost. Turkoglu. Jameer Nelson back to Turkoglu, and Turkoglu into the lane, spins, and he got it, but it's an offensive foul. Yep, they're going to let Pavetta make the call. The other official had it a block, but he let Pavetta make the call, and Pavetta said wipe the bucket out, and an offensive foul. So the Bulls get a break there, and we get a break. 49-43, just a 6-point Magic lead now. Well, Derrick Rose, a sensational rookie for the Bulls, continues to be sensational, and here he is as our Southwest high-flying dunk of the game, and watch him climb and then dunk easily with 2 hands.
Well, that's what you like to see right there. I mean, he just finishes, and knowing that Dwight Howard or Batiste down there shot blocking, he made sure that he was going to put somebody in the basket if they challenged him.
And he doesn't dunk like most guards would, where he just gets it over the rim. I mean, you actually hear that like a center dunk.
I mean, he's a guard, but he plays like a small forward as far as where he's able to go to the basket and finish like he does.
Enter the Chicago Bulls sweepstakes for a chance to win a 2009 Kia Borrego SUV or one of many other great prizes from United Verizon Wireless.